Hello vegan adventurers, welcome to another exciting vlog from Crete. Today we're gonna explore the famous Elafonisi beach in Crete. Let's get into the vlog. So for the first 100 kilometers we're driving on a highway with the sea on the right side. And after that we turn left on the crossroad, continued going up through the hills with awesome views of the mountains. At some point the road is really narrow and curvy and there are even some tunnels there. So as I said before, the Crete has typical dry subtropical environment. Not much rain, especially close to the sea, where it looks more like a desert, only with a few olive trees. But this area near the mountain seems like it's getting a little bit more rain, and there is also a lot more trees here. Okay, so we just got to Elafonisi beach and we found some parking, but it was hard to find parking in the shade, so the car is not too hot when we're gonna go back. Elafonisi beach is one of the most popular beaches in Greece and even the whole Europe. That's because of its turquoise color that reminds of the beaches in Caribbean. You can expect lots of tourists here in the summer season. The Elafonisi beach is also popular because of the pink sand that is found here. However, there is not much of it left here because people are taking it with them. Now they had to put a sign here that it's prohibited to take the sand and people who take it will be prosecuted. The pink sand gets its color from red and pink shells and corals that were shattered into little pieces. After we swam a little bit in the crystal clear water, which was much colder than other beaches we've been to in Crete, decided to have more adventure and explored another part of Elafonisi beach, which is like a half island. And first you have to cross through this little canal. Okay, so here we got to this other side of Elafonisi beach. There was also a lot of place, but much less people than on the other side. The main reason is probably that people don't want to cross that canal with all their things like we did. Here you can see some windsurfer going pretty fast, so I think there's some special wind flowing through here. There's also option to rent a windsurf if you're up for it. Okay, so we see on maps.me that there is a path following through here, so we're gonna follow that, and maybe on the way back we can come around the other way. So this area is also of special protection because of its natural importance of certain species that live in these sand dunes here. So now you can see why so many people come here, because it really looks like some sea in the Caribbean with this turquoise water and all the corals and everything. So I think the main reason why the water is so clear here is because there is no any big towns around here that would pollute the water. There is probably not any animal agriculture, which is the biggest water pollutant in the world. And that's because this beach is quite secluded on the west side of Crete, behind the mountains. And you don't even see any big hotels and resorts close to the beach. After going along the coast for about 10 minutes, we started going up this hill through this awesome sandfield. Then I saw these rocks and I couldn't resist to jump from them into the sand. After practicing from those smaller rocks, I attempted to jump from this bigger one, which took some time, but at the end I made it. But you can see the rollout was not the best in the first attempt. The second rollout was much better. As we got on top of the hill, you can see there is many bushes here that are really dried up. It again looks like a desert here, and that's because the areas near the sea get even less rain than the other parts of the island. Now we got to the other side of the hill with the steep rocky part underneath us and with amazing views of the shoreline and the Mediterranean Sea. we got amazing view from the top of the cliff of the turquoise water and the shoreline of Elafonisi beach. And here you can see the difference, how much more wavy the left side of the half island is compared to the right side. And here we found some interesting plants that look kind of like sea corals. And here we got into this Orthodox church that was on top of the hill. So Orthodox religion, which is a part of Christianity, is practiced by majority of Greek people. And other countries where Orthodox religion is practiced by majority include Russia, Ukraine, Serbia, Bulgaria, Romania, Belarus, Georgia, Moldova, Macedonia, Montenegro and Cyprus. And now we got to the east side of this hill where we saw more amazing views and awesome cliffs. Here I got adventurous and decided to do a little free running on these gnarly rocks. Okay, so now we decided to go back after exploring the hill, so we can either go on the left side, but there is too many waves for swimming, so we're gonna go back the same way, and there's also some nudist beaches which we want to try out. It was a great fun running down this sand field. And now we're jumping into the sea, and I wanted to record more, but something got wrong with the GoPro since the cliff jumping trip. There is not that much underwater footage, but the water was really nice here. And after we swam, we saw that some people were naked here, so this is kind of like a nudist beach, and we got naked as well because we like the naturalism and nudism as well. So as you know, the cheap goggles I bought were leaking all the time, so I couldn't really snorkel here much, but this seems like a really great place for snorkeling. There's lots of corals and the water is quite shallow, so if you come here, make sure you bring your snorkeling equipment. Okay, so we are crossing the channel back and the battery on my iPhone is getting low, so I didn't record much at the end here, and also the GoPro got broken. So my recommendations for this place is definitely a great place for relaxation. It's a really nice clear water here, and if you want to avoid crowds, go to this little half island to explore like we did. The only drawback of this beach is that it's far and kind of secluded, so you have to drive a long way through the hills. So thanks for watching. I hope you like the Elafonisi beach in Crete. Tomorrow is our last day in Crete, so stay tuned for that. And as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous.